So I just finished up a 12-hour workday, and here are the most interesting conversations that I had with business owners today. So the first business owner I talked to was running a real estate coaching business. No, he was running a done-for-you real estate lead gen business. He was generating leads from TikTok Live, funneling those leads to a landing page or a school community. I believe he had 4 separate school communities. And then on the back end, he would have his sales team call the lead and upsell them or sell them on their core offer, which was they can place a agent to generate and close deals for them for the real estate property in a specific location in a state, like let's say Texas or Louisiana, something like this. And some of their clients might be like a realtor or an investor. Some of the real estate investors obviously have a lot of capital, right? So if they have, like, let's say millions of dollars of capital to deploy, they might even sign up for multiple agents to work and generate and close leads for them. So really good business model. We looked at the unit economics. LTV per customer was between 4 to 20K, which was great. So like I would say 95% of the profit that was being generated in this business was all coming from this key man who was the brand, the main person doing the TikTok lives, and funneling it into the high ticket offer. Now there was also 3 school communities. 2 of them were low ticket school communities between $15 and $97. And those school communities were generating about 2 to 3K a month MRR. So the business owner asked me, like, what should we do, right? So typically the way that, here's a decision tree that I've kind of picked up over the past 18 months or so. If there's already an existing channel that's generating revenue for the company, let's say there's multiple streams of revenue, right? We're going to rank order those by LTV to CAC. So in this case, it was like the high ticket offer was generating like 95% of the revenue and LTV for the clients. And, CAC was, it's not that easy to figure out with organic, but like they weren't spending on paid ads, right? So it was all organic. So let's call CAC like an even $100 per client, based off of like the amount of time and effort that's being dedicated towards the lead gen on TikTok Live. The 2K MRR school community, the low ticket side, was bringing in, let's call it 2% of the monthly revenue. So when we look at it like that, like it doesn't matter how good doesn't matter like what the school community is providing in forms of revenue if it's taking away focus from the main part of the business that is the high ticket end. So it's not as someone who's like coming in with a third party perspective, yes, it can be obvious to say like, oh, well, just do more, more, better, new, just do more of the channel that's already working. But when you're a business owner that's in it, sometimes it's not as easy to just to just kill off, different parts of the business that you've been building for the last month or the last year, which is why it's nice to have like a coach or some sort of third party, unbiased business expert to be able to, come in and give you some unbiased advice, or at least some unbiased perspective. So at the end of the day, this business owner, came to his own conclusion that like, if we wanted to 10x the business, if we just focused on the high ticket end of the business and put all of our effort and focus into that, would we be able to like 3x or 5x or 10x the amount of leads that's required in order to, double or triple or 10x revenue? And the answer was like a resounding yes, right? So if that's the case, then everything, the 3 other communities, all the other projects that the business owner was working on is essentially a distraction from the main thing. So that was a really interesting conversation. And sometimes it's just following an algorithm. Most of the time, I just look at what is the channel that's doing the best. Can we do more of that? If it's a clear like offer issue or focus issue. I had another call with a business owner. I know this is going into like a separate context, but just, switch. Imagine you're talking to another business owner who's doing editing services for realtors, also servicing realtor as an avatar. Completely different like part of the country. They know how to talk to each other. So super cool. It's really cool to see two business owners doing, 6-7 figures a year, and they just like the market is so big, right? The avatar of realtors is so big that they would never even cross paths unless they met in a community like the one that I'm in. So second client I talked to, really interesting. He was doing cold outreach as his main marketing channel, which was actually quite rare for me to see cold outreach as the main marketing channel, especially for a 7-figure business owner. Like this business owner was already at $1 million. And luckily this business owner already had a lot of his data tracked in Google Sheets. So we looked at all of his conversion metrics. He was sending about like 400,000 SMS per month. But the thing that immediately popped out was that the first message response was 0.5%, 0.5, 0.6%. Okay. So out of like, let's say you spend $8,000 to send the 400,000 SMS. If you're getting a 0.5% conversion rate, if you just get 1% conversion rate, the business doubles. Like CAC cuts in half and revenue theoretically would double, right? So the business like 4X's if you just fix that one metric. So this is the theory of constraints. And it was really cool because this is like the first time that I just saw it so clearly in front of me, which was like, we have the spreadsheet with, let's say 20 different metrics that are being tracked, but like which metric is the bottleneck? And if you think about it, like the lead comes in to the door, and then you have speed to lead, right? You have your sales call, your sales script. Everything was already dialed in. Like they were calling the leads right away. They had a good script. They had a good offer, or relatively good offer, relatively good lead magnet. So that got me to think immediately like, okay, well, usually where people struggle is that they're not calling their leads fast enough, but this guy's already got his sales process dialed in. So it must be a step before that. So I looked at his initial message conversion rate, and it was 0.5%. Industry standard for cold SMS is about 3% if you're doing a personalized outreach. So this is the tip that I gave him, which is like, look, we have AI these days. Let's look at these realtors' profiles and let's grab from their Zillow, let's grab their oldest listing, grab the address from that listing, and we can send a personalized message. Like let's say we're talking to a realtor named Tom. Hey, Tom, I saw that your listing, 184 132nd Ave, has been up for 85 days. Would you like a free, video demoing you walking through the property so you can potentially sell this property faster? It's already been on the market for a while. And you're fixing a valuable problem. You're giving them a nice lead magnet, and then they hop on the call, and then you convert them with your offer. But the main difference is these people are getting cold outreach messages like from everyone in the universe. So we need to personalize the message to them, and not just personalize it, not just say Tom, but also specifically show them that we can help them fix a very painful problem, which is they have a listing that's been up for 200 days, 300 days. They have had to drop the price for $80,000. some of these listings that are on the market for a year, the realtor has to continually, list it for less and less and less so that they can actually move the inventory. And this is something that it's like public information on Zillow. So that was the theory of constraints applied to a real business, a seven-figure business owner doing 1.1 million with a small team of employees, but everything was dialed in, just not that first message, which is so important, especially if that's your main marketing channel, and especially if you're spending $8,000 to $10,000 a month on cold outreach messages. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. These are just two of the stories from today that I got from talking to business owners. I'm lucky enough to be able to talk to business owners like this every single day of my life. I love my job. And if you ever are building a business or you want some help scaling your business, feel free to click the link in my YouTube bio and you can join Alex Hormozi School community, where I am the community lead, and I will personally onboard you if you join from my YouTube channel as of the time of this recording. So subscribe for more business content. I'll see you in the next one.